All right, Wayne Allyn Root with Bill O'Reilly. You can find out more of his wisdom anytime in detail at BillO'Reilly.com. And I also want to remind you, he's got a great new book out called The United States of Trump, and it's risen up the bestseller charts. And the New York Times can't even stop from listing it in the top 5. As usual, he's got a powerhouse blockbuster, number 3 in the country at the New York Times list. Bill O'Reilly, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me back, Wayne.
So I know how hard it is to be a conservative or even anything other than an extreme liberal and wind up number 3 in the country at the New York Times list, 4th week in a row on the list. Pretty amazing stuff. What kind of reaction are you getting out there?
Well, the gauge that I use are the reviews on Amazon, which is a largely liberal marketplace. And I'm shocked at how good the folks who actually buy, when you go to Amazon and punch up the United States of Trump, you'll see reviews and then you'll see verified purchase. So you know that the person actually bought the book. A lot of people go on Amazon and just try to hurt people and they don't buy the book. But anyway, the reviews are very good. The folks like the book. Obviously, BillO'Reilly.com, our mail reflects they do. And the sales are, we're approaching 200,000 in sales. And so it's a hit. It's a big hit. Should have been number 1. The New York Times conveniently didn't count 48,000 copies in the first week. I don't know how that happens, but they didn't. But that's all right. We don't want to be greedy, Wayne. We're happy with good sale numbers.
Fantastic. Congratulations. I had a number 1 book in bookstores a few years back, and it sold 30,000 copies. You were at number 3, and you've sold 200,000. That tells me you've got a monster blockbuster hit. Congratulations. Couldn't happen to a better guy. Let's talk about Mitt Romney. Speaking of couldn't happen to a better guy, I'm not a big fan of Mr. Romney. I endorsed him on Fox News for President of the United States, left the Libertarian Party. I was supposed to be their presidential nominee in 2012. I literally resigned from the party and endorsed Mitt Romney on Fox News, thinking I was doing the right thing. And all these years later, I'm sick that I did it. I consider it the biggest mistake of my life. I can't stand the guy and the way he attacks Trump all day long. I'm disgusted by him. But I want to hear what you think. He says he may vote to impeach the President of the United States. Why would Republican U.S. Senator Mitt Romney be so quick to impeach the president for a phone call?
Because he wants to be president. I mean, it's as simple as that. Mitt Romney doesn't like Donald Trump personally. Trump attacked Romney and, call him a loser and this, that, and the other thing. And Romney took it hard, just as President Trump takes it hard when people criticize him. But I don't think for a second that Romney would not vote for conviction. He would, because he believes that he could then run again on the Republican side and get the nomination the next time around, whether it be 2020 or 2024. Now, if you read Romney's criticism or listen to his criticism on HBO, it breaks down on 2 levels. The personal level, Mitt Romney's a Mormon and a conservative guy, doesn't like Trump's lifestyle. And number 2, that he bought in Mitt Romney to this, Trump was using China and Ukraine to try to dig up stuff on Biden. I don't know why Romney would buy into that. It's a much bigger picture than that Donald Trump, if you read the United States of Trump, you'll know he's furious about what he believes is corruption in the Obama administration. And that includes Joe Biden. And he's going to find out what that corruption was. So he's asking anybody who knows anything about it to tell him. I don't see that as a deficit, but Romney takes it in a completely different direction.
Well, I mean, one of the reasons, talk about not helping the cause with friends like this who needs enemies, Mick Mulvaney, said something so ridiculous on the talk shows over the weekend that he made everything Romney's saying look correct and everything Trump's saying look wrong. What was Mick Mulvaney trying to say, and should he step down for saying it so inarticulately?
Well, I don't know what the relationship is between Donald Trump and Mick Mulvaney. I don't know Mr. Mulvaney very well. I met him a couple of times. So I can't say whether he should step down or not. When you get into parsing of words, which is what this is all about, and you're up there in a briefing room where reporters are just throwing darts at you, you're going to make a mistake. And Mulvaney did. He doesn't do that every day. I still don't see what the deal is here. Did Donald Trump say to the president of Ukraine, you give us dirt on Biden and then we'll give you the money? No.
No.
He didn't.
No.
That's it. That's the crux right there. There's no more. All right. Mulvaney got caught up in hysteria. You know, should he get cut some slack? I don't know. I don't know what his daily contribution to the White House is.
All right. And Tulsi Gabbard, Hillary Clinton, speaking of, liberals love to call conservatives conspiracy theorists, but it's always Democrats who have the craziest conspiracy theories I've ever heard, and nobody ever calls them on it. Hillary sounds like she needs a tinfoil hat. She's claiming Tulsi Gabbard is being groomed by the Russians. Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard is running for the Democratic presidential nomination, but is completely anonymous. I don't think she's ever broken 1% in the polls. No one knows who she is, but she's actually quite a beautiful young lady running for president of the United States and an Army vet, and certainly someone who risked her life for the country. So she should be shown respect, I think. This sounds like, more Russian collusion derangement. Hillary just can't get over 2016, so she casts aspersions on everybody. What say you?
Well, I must tell your audience that I don't know what the genesis of Tulsi Gabbard and Hillary Clinton's disdain for each other is. I don't know. Hillary is implying that Congresswoman Gabbard is a Russian asset, whatever that may be, and thinks that Ms. Gabbard wants Donald Trump to win the re-election campaign and therefore is doing something. I'm not exactly sure what she's doing because, as you rightly pointed out, she wasn't in the last debate. Nobody knows who she is. So what is she doing? But I got a kick out of the Congresswoman then going on a taped situation and saying, hey, Hillary hates me because I endorsed Bernie Sanders last time around.
Sanders.
Okay. Right. And that's why she hates me. So Tulsi is getting the greatest amount of publicity she's ever gotten in her life because of Hillary Clinton's intimation. Now, the Congresswoman is an isolationist. That's what she is. I don't think that works in today's world, but it's entitled to her opinion. But she's reaping the benefits of publicity.
If I really wanted to be a conspiracy theorist, I would say Hillary Clinton's on Tulsi's side because she gave her the biggest boost she could ever imagine in the history of her political life. So it seems like Hillary must like Tulsi. I don't know. But
I can't get track,
I liked her till I saw she endorsed.
I can't get track.
I liked her till I saw she endorsed Bernie Sanders. Then I realized she's a liberal like everybody else. I thought she was kind of moderate. But in any case, Bill O'Reilly, always great to hear your wisdom. Always great to enjoy interviewing one of the greats in the history of talk, TV, and radio. And you can find more at BillO'Reilly.com and his book, The United States of Trump, #3 on the New York Times bestseller list for the 4th week in a row. Congratulations. Thanks, Bill.
Okay, Wayne. Thank you.